Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Citizen Channel and our latest episode 15. They said it wouldn't last, didn't they? The One City Show special, where we have a look at all things media related, especially social media, about City and the fans, our own fans and stuff, little images that have been found and little articles and little events, etc. I mean, this week we've got info on a Kyle Walker signed shirt in aid of Macmillan cancer. We've got the long-awaited autobiography is out now. We'll have more on that. Blues in Business, of course. We'll have a look at there, guys. A couple of new ones this week to add to the long list. The CFA sessions for young girls wanting to play football. A bit more of that on CITC section, City in the Community. Of course, the contents of Danny Jackson's bin bags. Shocking, Danny. That's shocking. Chance to win a Soccer Aid Nigel de Jong shirt as well. So all that and loads more to come in this episode. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. If you check all the stuff on screen, there's links to Facebook and Twitter. There's links to my eBay selling sites for DVDs and board games and posters, stuff like that from my old days. If you know me, I love my film and TV. I used to have a video shop in the 90s and 2000s. I've checked that out if you can. Of course, all your comments are very, very welcome on this. And of course, don't forget my film and TV channel as well. If you've not had a look at that yet, please have a look at that. I do information vlogs and review vlogs, etc. I've tried to have a bit of fun on there as well, like I try and do on this as well. But we've got a couple of serious things today to talk about, but we'll get on with that anyway. All your comments are very, very welcome. And please, if you can give us a little thumbs up. It's nice to get views, but it's lovely to get thumbs up. It's nice. It just feels, brings a tear to a glass eye. I've just turned 62 now, so obviously any thumbs ups I get really sort of get me there. It's fantastic. Right, let's get on with it because there's lots to get through. So I'll start with a little plug first for a City podcast. The Etty lads are back. I don't know if you've ever listened to this one. Of course, after a bit of a hiatus, their podcasts are kicking off. There's an image on screen there with a two-part transfer special. So give them your support. James, Camp, and Richard, good set of lads. So give them a listen. I've been having to listen to a couple of episodes myself. I say I'm quite new to their podcast, but check that out. The Etty lads there, they'll be welcome of all your support, certainly for the forthcoming season. I'm sure there'll be loads of pods going out. Bill Cronshaw obviously did the What It Is to Be Blue, and we featured the book obviously in our book review club and all that sort of thing. He's doing a Zoom book launch. That's a new. I've seen a few of those dotted about on Saturday the 10th of July, so hopefully you're watching this before then, as part of the Buxton Fringe. And if you want to register for the event, you can. Obviously, it's a humorous, nostalgic and wistful celebration of life spent being a City fan. And the basis of this book is what Bill's doing, but what it is to be blue. So the event is on Saturday evening at July the 10th, 2021. Live Zoom event between 7 and 8 p.m. So for further information, contact Bill. He's on Facebook. I think you can get him on Twitter as well. Or if you want, you can contact me direct. I've got the registration link if you want to register that and register your interest, etc. by and obviously I've got a phone number there as well for Bill if you're struggling or if you haven't had your link sent, etc. So seek that out anyway. So thought I'd mention that for Bill. And also just onto a bad thing, I saw this image about 2 weeks ago and I thought it's been a while now. It's been out for 5 months. I don't understand how images like that are left up there. I mean, surely people have reported it. It's absolutely shocking. 8.1 million views that's had. I'm not so sure why this sort of garbage isn't taken down. I mean, I know there's far more offensive things taken down and far more offensive things allowed to stay up before, for a while. But this is 5 months now this has been up there. So I think I have seen it before, but I thought I'd make a little point. I don't know if you've seen it or you know anything about it. Get it reported if it's still up there now. It's shocking. Some more images. Joanne Griffiths. I think we featured Joanne before at Joanne Griffith 12. Found some four great old scarves in a bag in a loft. So I mean, there you go. I think I had that one on the right. I had 2 or 3 of those sky blue with the red and black sort of trim and stuff like that. But all great and good memories. And strange enough, if you look at that, one of those scarves there, Man City match shirts, who we feature, the wonderful Mark at Mark MMMAC. He must have been around at Joanne's. I'm not causing aspersions, of course, but yeah, because he posted an image of that scarf there, which is obviously, and he was asking for if anyone knew the actual year, and I think most of the replies are sort of going with between 72 and 75. So if you know anything about it, but that'll help Mark out. He's obviously the big shirt collector, but I'm sure he's got scarves as well, so he's very interested in that one, as Joanne is. And thanks for Joanne for that, and thanks for Mark for his contribution. I'm doing a vlog on Frank Swift recently for my Streets Around Main Road, and I just thought I'd share one picture. It just appealed to me of him taking a goal kick. He was a left footer, of course. He had a problem with his right foot as a kid, so he started kicking left foot, and it's a great view from the Platt Lane, and obviously from a photographer sat next to the nets, as they were in those days. You used to have a line, didn't they, painted next to it, and obviously that was a great view of kicking towards the North Stand, obviously with the church up there where the new social club and souvenir shop will be built eventually. But yeah, so I thought that was a great image. I'd share that with you. No Context Edison, yeah, at Zero Context Edison, yeah, he posted himself. Yeah, obviously it must be his unofficial site, of course. But yeah, I've not seen that top. You may have seen it. I haven't seen that top before. I like that. I say if I could go out buy that cheap enough, I certainly would. I thought that was a great image. And an interesting image of Rodders in the new top, isn't it? We've seen this new top brandished about. I'm sure by the time the club shop opens again on the 10th of July, we'll know what it's all about. But yeah, but it's a bit not the greatest image, that is it? A bit of an outtake. It looks a bit bedraggled in it, to be honest with you. It doesn't really sit well on old Rodders there, does it? But it doesn't really bode well for us heavier fans and perhaps us skinnier fans, does it? If an athlete like that can't quite pull it off. But as I said, it's probably just one of the bad ones that was thrown away, one of the bad images that was thrown out with the washing. Yes, Danny Jackson. I did say I talked about Danny Jackson. Yeah, he posted a bin bag he found in his loft. Absolutely shocking. I did reprimand him on Twitter about that. I mean, you shouldn't have these shirts in bin bags. They should be ironed. They should be hung. Well, having said that, I've run out of hangers for mine in the back, but don't mention that. Yeah, so I did reprimand him that this should be mothballed and put away safe and securely. It's not. You don't leave them in the bin bags, or at least take them out of the bin bags and wash them, make them nice and clean if they're a bit musty, unless they're a match-worn shirt and you want the mud on it, of course. But yeah, just it's such a shame with these fantastic shirts there. I mean, it's the sort of shirts where I wasn't sort of buying them then. I wasn't really buying replica shirts at that stage, so I wouldn't have many of those, but I wouldn't mind a couple of those myself, although probably the Danny's, they won't fit me, obviously, but there you go. But ashamed of you, Danny. Make a bit more effort, mate. But have a word with Mark. He'll put Mark at Man City shirts. He'll sort you out for how to look after him. Yeah, looking for, I got some old programs or bought recently. If you look at my got now got my found world, I do obviously buy older programs that I've lost or missed or just didn't have or whatever. And yeah, that came up with the Platt Lane. Yeah, nice diagram of the Platt Lane for season tickets. And I did post it on Twitter because I was sat up about 2/3 of the way up on the end seats, the two end seats with my dad when I first went to the matches in 65, 66, up M3 block. So I was in M3 block, right at the corner, obviously. Went through the tunnel, turned right and straight up the stairs sort of thing. So yeah, sadly when my dad passed, I was quite young. So from about the early 70s, I would have been in the front row. I tried to get on with my mates of M5 or M6 right behind the goal. So yeah, I just like that image. That it's one of those images you sort of could put up and see if people, without any writing on it, and see if people knew where it was. That'd be a sort of test for the older City fans, wouldn't it? Yeah, and obviously another one there, another image from one of the programs I bought. And yeah, I've not seen that one. A great image from Albert Square, a little tree there. You can see just a little tree. There's quite a few trees, isn't there, in Albert Square? But I think that was after the FA Cup in '69. It could have been after the Cup Winners' Cup in '70. I think the programme was dated dated 1970 that I took it out of. But I thought that was a great image with the fans, and some great homemade banners, which is you know, you see these mass-produced ones now, don't you, which aren't as good, are they? Let's be honest about it. But I thought I'd share that with you. For, say, the first time I went to Albert Square, I was probably 76 for the League Cup parade. I did line the streets in 69 and 70 in Withington Village, welcoming them home. Absolutely thousands there. There was thousands all the way, and massive crowds. But I didn't go to Albert Square till 1976. Yeah, and I was doing a special on the Manchester City top trumps, and obviously I was doing a special on Brian Kidd. I mean, last few days, so obviously that came up with the top trumps card for Brian Kidd. I thought I'd share that. Great hair, still got great hair now, hasn't he? And a great action shot as well with a sort of scissor kick. And I always like a good birthday cake, but yeah, obviously. And that one from Peter Buckley, shared this one for celebrating Sergio Aguero. We might be coming back because Barcelona can't pay him apparently, can they? But yeah, I doubt it. But there you go. Yeah. So thanks to Peter Buckley for sharing that cake. That's not a bad little. It's almost a shame to cut into him, isn't it? That's the problem with those cakes. And City on a card one. Oh, you only get a new with Thai food, don't you? Well, that's a great image. That's just the team before I think Mercer and Allison took it over and actually turned it in with a few extra players, of course, into the great team it was in the late 60s, early 70s. So that was a great image taken from 1965 with a Thai food tea card. I must have had loads of them and just lost them over the years or stopped. I had loads of stuff as a kid that I just ended up throwing away, or they got lost or damaged or whatever. So I probably did that at some stage. On the City site, I've got to go on to the City site. The away fixture at Chelsea has been selected for TV coverage. No surprise there. As a result, the game will kick off earlier time, 12:30 p.m. So an early start for you guys if you're getting down there. I doubt I'll be able to get a ticket for that one. But on Saturday, September the 25th, and get the time off work. Never mind getting a ticket these days. But that's the pain we pay for actually paying the bills, isn't it, having to work. BT Sport are screening the match, but 12:30 p.m. Saturday 25th of September now, so not great, but at least you get home early. That's one thing, isn't it? Jack Harrison, of course, we wish him our best, don't we, for has actually completed a permanent move to Leeds United. Not that we got to saw much of him, obviously, at City, to be honest with you. 24 years old now. He's obviously been on loan at Ellen Road, hasn't he? But he's making 126 appearances. He's done all right, hasn't he? But obviously not enough for City to want him back and to make anything of him. So good luck to him anyway. And as I said, the City and the community bit, as busy as ever. You can give these a follow at CITC Tweets, because there's lots of stuff on there and some of great interest. And they're taking part in the Unite pilot with England football to help get more young girls playing football. A 6-week programme based at the CFA has begun, and it's totally free. So if you want some more information, get in touch with any of these, just get in touch with me. And obviously there's little QR codes you can scan and get information on, but be quick on that, because obviously I think it's actually started, but obviously I think they're still welcoming new people for it, but that'd be great. And of course CITC are welcoming schools and nurseries to sign up to the City Play programme for the next academic year. Schools will gain access to all programme elements, including academic sessions, fundamental movement skills, all delivered by City and the community coaches. So find out more about that and get in touch. To say if you give at CITC Tweets a follow, all the information will be on there. And following the recent hashtag Dementia Action Week, CITC announced the launch of Reminiscity. There you go, offering a program of activity and engagement using football to support those suffering with mild to moderate dementia in Greater Manchester. Fantastic, worthy efforts, totally. And there's still time to get involved in that. Of course, Brian Kidd has left us. Please check out my little 2-part special on his playing days at City, which I did. I enjoyed doing that. There's so much information. So he was only with us 2.5 years playing, but there's lots of stuff on there, so we had to split it into 2 parts. But please, got a lot of views on that already. But if you've not checked that out yet, please have a look at that. Blues in Business, here we go. At Blues_business, we go supporting small local businesses with City fan links, either owned or work, or City fans work for them, etc., etc. And obviously these smaller firms, I don't know myself, my little business has struggled, and I'm actually had to sort of knock a certain element on the head because I just can't get the suppliers now after this COVID thing. So yeah, these businesses are suffering a little bit. So give the site a follow, and then you'll get updates on new people coming out and new businesses being offered, etc. And if you've got any links to say any links with anything today, please DM me and I'll sort it out. I'll give you the information. A couple of additions to the growing list. We've got Marky Mullen 42, a painter and decorator. There you go, for home, shop or office. So DM him to arrange a quote. So if you can't be bothered, I'm okay at decorating, but I just can't for the life of me get the energy to do it most times. So it is a bit of a struggle. So if you want, you've got a little bit of spare cash and you want to pay a good guy, at Marky Mullen 42, a painter and decorator. And we burn free. Here you go. If you like your smelly candles, not my sort of thing, to be honest. You've seen the price of them. I pick them sometimes in Asda for customers, but oh God, they're expensive. But we burn free. I'm sure they're not expensive. Supplies beautifully hand poured 100% soy candles and wax melts. Vegan and cruelty free. I think that's not cruel to vegans. I think that's just vegan. They are vegan and cruelty free. I think that's not the same thing. And they're on Instagram, or of course again DM me to or DM them to order as well. Or if you need any further information, get in touch with me. But if you put in "we burn free," I'm sure they'll come up. And don't forget these others we featured previously. Cakes and Brownies by Fern in Openshaw, The Hidden Kitchen. On Facebook, 365 Clean at 365 Clean 1. Aaron, cleaning business, specialising in pubs, restaurants, cinemas and offices. Prestige_rep. Owner Paul, of course, and his garage for car service and repairs in Chadderton Oldham. Gets many, many good reviews. Nice Buns at Nice Buns Bakers, wholesale craft bakery based in Cheadle with a great ultimate treat box. That Lilypod 1803 owns Amazing Scents, offering fragrances to help the perfect aroma for you and your home. There you go. At Neil Desperandum runs Right at Home, provides care at home as a one-off 24-hour care or forever, or whatever, however long you want it. Miscellaneous gifts for home and hound at Miscellaneous, some great doggy bandanas for the Euros. Just get in contact if you can't get the links for these. Handmade cards from at Pickled Ginger 2. At Bluefellas 247, they got a little shop with little different things on eBay. Handmade baby gifts and clothing, kindcrafting.etsy.com, or DM at Chanel_Missy for that one. Handmade baby gifts, fantastic. Mosaics, brilliant mosaics from at Sky Blue Bint. Carpets from at the Carpet Man 20M22. So there you go, that tells you where he is, but you want your carpets. And of course, we always mention, don't we, the Ginger Wig at the Ginger Wig for everything city, from mugs to jigsaws, and special mentions now for last now available. Yes, the Peter Barnes authorised autobiography is now available on A Wing and a Prayer by Dr. Gary James at Gary James Twitter. You can get information, Gary James Writer, get information there. You can also purchase through his own site, is gjfootballarchive.com. Or through, of course, fellow City fan Ginger Wigs, we have just mentioned. He's stocking them as well. And they will also be available through Waterstones, a bit dearer. WH Smith, probably the cheapest, but hey, it's worth paying a quid or two extra to support Gary or Ginger Wig, isn't it? So do it through there. And of course, eventually it will be available for Amazon, but don't ever use them unless you're absolutely desperate, in my opinion, but that's my personal opinion. Other social media stuff, Ryan Wood at Woody44Z has a charity auction going that closes. You have to be quick with this one, 9th of July. So a couple of days from when I'm doing this, 9th of July, or a day when I'm doing this, when you're seeing this, if you're watching it as I've published it, 9th of July, 5:42 p.m. As at 7:20 a.m. on the 7th of July, as I last looked an hour or two before I did this, the bid stood at just under £55 for Kyle Walker signed shirt, obviously being auctioned off for Macmillan Cancer. So there you go. What a great thing to do. Obviously, and you get a chance, get along. But as I said, time is short, or you may have missed it now, depending when you're watching this. But I'm sure if you do at Woody44Z, I'm sure he has other things as well coming up. City Report had a leaked official sale picture of the 21-22 Manchester shirt. I don't know how real this is. I have no idea if it's just a mock-up and a mess about. But I have no idea to the validity. What do you think? I'm personally not sure with that one, to be honest with you, but I don't think I'll be rushing out to buy that one. But it was interesting, but I think you have to be on something to enjoy that one. And no idea who CIES Football Observatory is, but their top 10 of best performing players in 2021 was interesting. 8 City players. So I don't know what it is, but perhaps it was top 10 Northwest or Manchester-based performing players. I have no idea. Although we didn't make number one, did we? Though it can't be Manchester-based, can it? It's Jorginho. But there you go. I'm not quite sure about perhaps Bernardo and Sterling the last season for City. I know Sterling's done okay for England, but yeah, I'm not quite sure who CIES Football Observatory is. I'm not going to seek them out to follow them based on what I can see there, even though it's very kind of them to say so. As you know, with Soccer Aid at the Etihad, of course, yes, Nigel de Jong is playing, isn't he? You will get a chance if you go on to Soccer Aid and follow and retweet, etc. The chance to win the Nigel de Jong. All you have to do is follow and retweet. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything more. A chance to win. Just do it. Forget about it, and you never know. You may get a nice surprise. So you get a chance to win Nigel de Jong's signed shirt from the Soccer Aid match. So get along and do that. And I don't like giving United fans space, but I think it is quite funny because they come up with this every season, don't they? I mean, eventually, probably they are going to be right in the same way with the weather forecasters say we're going to have the coldest winter or we're going to have the hottest summer, which these pull out every year, don't they? Let's be honest about it. So eventually, they probably are going to be right, and that's a law of averages. And I think United fans are the same, and obviously different United Twitter groups, etc., etc. I just wanted to finish with this because it did make me chuckle, it did make me smile. And certainly the replies, if you do go on and say, don't give them a follow or anything like that, but Alex at United DNA 99, there you go, 90, good year 99. I remember us doing really well that year. I don't know what United did, they were probably slutched something or other. Yeah, he published the latest images to have us quaking, didn't he? Obviously, they do this every season. Some guy posted something they did in 2014 with Rooney, how they were going to do such and such a thing. But yeah, a bit like Liverpool, aren't they? This next year's our year. But as I say, they keep saying it. They will be right one time, but yeah, I mean, those images don't exactly inspire, to frighten me to death, to be honest with you. But there you go. They've probably got a better. Probably going to have a slightly better squad than last season. They did all right last season, but are they going to get the look that they got last season? I'm not too sure. But I had to finish on that one here because, as I say, it's some of the answers. If you do go on it and check some of the responses, mainly from City fans, it's quite funny. I mean, obviously the occasional United fan as well. Well, there you go. We'll finish with that. We'll finish on that lot across the road just for a laugh. That's all. Please let me know all your comments. And as I said, anything today you can't get in touch with or you can't find that I've mentioned, just give us a shout and I can point you in the right direction. And please check out all my Citizen vlogs. There's a lot of history stuff coming out at the moment, of course, with the mid-season break. So please check that out. And I hope you enjoyed today. Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed that. And anything you want me to give a post for, any mentions, any charity events, etc., just give us a shout and I'll stick them on the One City show. I try and do one every 10 to 14 days, so and then they might be a bit more regular during the season, but obviously there's that much coming out during the season, it's hard to squeeze these things in. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Whatever you're going to do this day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you seek out my film and TV channel. I only ask one thing: stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.